Yeah, it's exciting. You know, growing up in Toronto, there's nothing pretty much but hockey, and a lot of family and friends in town, and everyone wants a ticket, but it's a tough one in here, and it's exciting to definitely be here, and I'm looking forward to it.
Jamal Mayer is obviously excited about playing in his hometown. We'll see how he reacts as we have a nice crowd on hand as usual here in Toronto. The Leafs and the Blues tonight coming up here from Air Canada Centre. The Dodge starting goaltenders tonight for the Blues is going to be Roman Turek, his third in a row. You see his record, 8-3-3, goals against average down to 1.83. This duo leads the National Hockey League. At the other end, it's going to be Cujo, Curtis Joseph starting for the Leafs. A record 5 games over 500. A goals against average, very impressive, 1.92. He has played very well, and he's played very well, Kenny, against the Blues. He has 4 shutouts in his career. The officials tonight, Kevin McGuire and Dan Maruelli, are the referees. The linesmen are Greg Dvorsky and Steve Miller.
Let's take a look at the lines brought to you by Casino Queen. Nothing new for the Blues, although Joel Quenneville shakes them up quite a bit, especially at the bottom. Salvador McInnes, Pronger, Finley, Havanoff, and Hill. We're ready to go. Sundin battles Turgeon. The puck back to Finley. Now here's Pronger with a puck. Now the Blues. Scott Young moves up the right wing. Fires into the far corner. Jaskevich back to play the puck. Plays it off the boards for McCabe. Then Sundin helps out. This is Hoagland trying to get the puck. Can't. The Blues Turgeon bumped by Sundin. Here's Drake. Hoagland is in front covering Young. And the Blues keeping possession in the Toronto zone. Turgeon doesn't know where the puck is. Now Hoagland and Young go after it. This is Scott Young centering. Hits the side of the net. And then Drake stopped by Joseph. Here's Jonas Hoagland at center ice. Gets the puck right back on the pass from Steve Thomas. Hoagland hits the side of the net. Sundin, the Leafs captain, to the point. Caberlet's shot is blocked. Here's Michael Handzus giving the puck to Pronger. Pronger advances to the blue line. The team's changing, and he fires it in. Now the puck tipped away. It comes out to the right point. Al McInnes a shot, and that goes wide. Handzus, Dimitra, and Hesht out there with Salvador and McInnes, who goes back for the puck. Roberts, Tucker, and Corson on for the Leafs. Caberlet at the point, keeps the puck in, off the stick of Roberts, and here's McInnes. Hit by Corson. Hesht tips the puck out, and back is the youngster Thomas Caberlet. He and Peter Swoboda on defense together. At center ice, Corson ahead to Gary Roberts. Over to Tucker, hooked down by Hesht. And there'll be a penalty called against Jochen Hesht. Here are the keys to the game, brought to you by Ford. Bernie.
Blues need a solid start. This is not good taking a penalty. They need to have a solid start and get the lead here. Strong defense. The Leafs are going to throw everything they can at the Blues, I expect, early. And the special teams have got to be very good. The Blues, with the 3rd best penalty killing in the league, they're going to need it against the Toronto Maple Leafs power play. Here's the penalty. We're going to take a look at it. Jochen Hesht coming back on Tucker, just with a little tug there with the hook. You can see Jochen Hesht didn't like the call, but nonetheless he's in there for hooking, and the Blues have to start off killing a penalty.
Barreau on the face-off gets the puck. Markov keeps it in at the point. At the other point, they have Dave Manson. Here's Sergei Berezin feeding on the right wing. Korolev, the ex-Blues player's pass intercepted by Eastwood, and he sends it down the ice. So the Blues are shorthanded. The Blues in the penalty killing department, 3rd in the league at 90%. The Leafs power play, a lot like the Blues, mediocre. 14%, that's 18th in the league. So both teams mediocre on their power plays, but both very strong penalty killing. Dave Manson, and that shot is blocked. And Conroy clears the puck away. Now the Leafs at center ice. Igor Korolev to Berezin, a shot. Turek the save. He stops the rebound. And Markov with the puck. Gives it up to Conroy. And he'll give it to McInnes, who can't clear it out. Still a minute to go, and the penalty to Jochen Hecht. Turek gets the puck, fires it off the glass, and then it's tipped down the ice by Craig Conroy. Now the Leafs are changing, the Blues doing the same. Just past the 3-minute mark of the first period, no score. Matt Sundin weaves in. The play onside just barely, and the Blues clear the puck out. Peter Swoboda up to Tomas Kaberle into the middle, breaking it alone, and a shot and a save, and on a rebound, Sundin wide after Hoagland's chance. So Turek has been tested early, and the shorthanded Blues lift the puck out. 17 seconds left in Jochen Hecht penalty. The Blues send out fresh penalty killers. Pronger can't clear. Here's Steve Thomas. Over to Kaberle to Thomas, and the shot partially blocked. Back to the point. Kaberle fires high and wide. Far side, the puck kept in by Swoboda. Now Hecht back on. The Blues survive the Leafs' first power play, and we're just 5 seconds shy of the 4-minute mark in a scoreless first period. Kaberle blasted to the boards by Pronger. Now Volk centers. Thomas can't get a shot, and the puck held long enough by Turek. And the whistle stops play. Referee Dan Marawelli blowing his whistle.
The Leafs have been good on this start, and the Blues, Roman Turek has been outstanding, tested 2 or 3 different times, and he's been very solid back in there. We talked about him the last 2 games. He's been so solid. Look at this here. Hoagland splits the defense. Roman Turek stands his ground, makes the big save. The rebound went wide there by Sundin. Another look here at another save here. It was Sundin fanning on with the original shot, the save first, so the Blues have got to be careful here. We look at it again. Good job by Roman Turek. You see his positioning way out to the front of the crease, and that's the way he has to play. He's a big guy, and when he comes out of the crease, there's really nothing to shoot at.
Boy, what a power play for the Leafs. 4 shots and 3 very good chances. Berezin before Hoagland and Sundin. Now the puck to Domi, and he shoots wide. Domi is out there with Volk and the youngster Nick Andropov. Now the puck ends up on Hill's stick, up to Reed Lowe with Jamal Mayers and also Barteshko. Leafs with a puck. Ty Domi can't control. This is Andropov into the Blues zone with Volk. Now centers, and Mayers back to intercept and clear the zone. Leafs control at center ice. Ty Domi. Will Domi and Reed Lowe get together? One would expect. At center ice, Barteshko can't shoot the puck in, nor can Lowe. And Barteshko getting hooked by Volk goes back to Hill, and his pass over to Pronger. Hill let a long one go, and closing the pads is Joseph, as both teams are changing. Brian McCabe clears the puck up, and Corson tips it out. Salvador hit, and finally he'll just shoot the puck in, and Brian McCabe will go back to play it. 5:25 gone in a scoreless first here in Toronto. The Leafs, Tucker shoved down by McInnes. Wheeling the puck behind the net, Salvador up to Turgeon. Now to Drake. Young flying on the near wing, but the pass behind him. At the Toronto defense, Dave Manson, the 33-year-old, over to the far corner. And the puck advanced to center ice, and the Leafs dump it in. Here's Al McInnes flipping the puck over. Salvador whacks it ahead to Drake. He gets stapled to the boards by Corson. Robertson, Corson both there with Drake. That's Salvador helping out, and finally Drake under pressure shoots the puck the length of the ice, and Manson will go back to touch it. A whistle, icing against the Blues. 6:10 has been played in the first period here in Toronto, and there's no score.
No score here in Toronto. We've played about 6 minutes of the first period. Roman Turek has been outstanding. He's been tested a number of times, and he's been very solid. You see the position that he's been in front of the net. A big save here off Hoagland, splitting the defense. Another save right here, all of the power play. So the Leafs have been all over the Blues on the power play.
Now the Blues with a puck in their own end, and it's just slapped out and down the ice by Dimitra. Here's Manson for Toronto. They've got the Yannick Perreault line on. They shoot the puck in. Berezin tied up by Pronger. Manson's shot comes to Perreault, and the puck goes off Finley's skate. Nice play behind the net. Korolev centering. Berezin can't get a shot. Manson feeds to the right wing circle. Korolev's shot blocked. This is Korolev 22, Perreault 44, and Berezin 94. Markov at the right point, and then the puck poked away from Perreault. Manson to Berezin. He'll wind up, and the shot off the leg of Finley. There's no score. 7 minutes into the first period here at Air Canada Center. Berezin, Yannick Perreault, and Korolev all over the puck, and it comes to Jochen Hecht. Blues ready to change. Hecht a long shot, misses the mark. Toronto also changing. Caberlet just on. A pass for Berezin goes by him the length of the ice. Havanoff back to touch the puck, and there's an icing against Toronto. Which games you would like to see. With the puck, the Maple Leafs. Now intercepting Eastwood. A pass tipped away by his teammate Meyers. Here's Eastwood again, out of the reach of Barteshko. Now Sundin to Hoagland, too far for Thomas. Havanoff, nice pass to Eastwood, who used to play with Toronto. Eastwood looking to center, goes behind the net. Pinching in from the right point, Pronger. Now behind the net for Eastwood. Mike Eastwood trying to keep some pressure on Toronto. The Blues have not had much. And the puck squirts away to Jonas Hoagland, the Swede. Gets the puck ahead. Caberlet loses it. Finley on to Barteshko, who shoots it in. Both clubs are changing again just past the 8-minute mark of the first period here in Toronto. Leaves clear the zone. Trying to shoot the puck in, unable to, and drop off. Quite a battle on the boards, and here's Conroy. Shoveling the puck back to Sean Hill, now to Conroy. Looking for some open ice, and it's not there as he hits Domi. Turek way out, gives the puck a whack off the end glass. Played by Domi. Has a chance to get the puck back, can't. Now to the point, McCabe, a shot right on to save the rebound. They score! The Leafs take the lead 1-0.
Nick Antropov back in the lineup for the Leafs, Kenny, and this is only his second game after sitting out a few games with an ankle injury, and he's been outstanding. This is the fourth line. Ty Domi has 4 goals this season. You see Gary Valk with his third. Roman Turek with 2 saves. The Leafs have been getting a lot of shots from the point. Here's another one. The rebound through traffic came out. It was the first save by Valk there by Turek, and then it was his own rebound that he picked up. You'll see here the first backhander, and he got to it on his forehand side, was able to chip it up over top of Turek. A good goal by Valk, but very poor coverage by the Blues on that shot from the point.
Now the puck back in the Blues zone again, and here's Drake. His pass to Turgeon center ice with Young over the line, and Roberts steals the puck. Gary Roberts, a pass to Tucker, then into the corner, Corson and Salvador. Corson, you recall, used to play with the Blues. Salvador, good job against Corson. Then McInnes advances the puck to Scott Young, back to Salvador, right wing for Turgeon. Turgeon shot, great leg save by Joseph, and the puck cleared out. All the way back to Roman Turek. Valk gets it, 8:38. Andropov and McCabe get the assists. Here's Michael Handzus into the Toronto zone. The puck poked away as the teams change. Here's Sundin. He'll just whack the puck ahead and back to play at Finley. Bothered by Thomas. Play broken up. Hoagland can't go anywhere, but here's Matt Sundin. Chased by Handzus to Hoagland. He fans. And Manson at center ice. We're coming up to the 10-minute mark in the first period. And the Blues trail at 1-0. Pronger over to Finley. Now to Handzus. Stopped by Manson. Carrying the puck in. Sundin. Off Finley. The puck right to Turek. And he'll smother it in the crease to stop play with 9:58 to go here in the first period. It has been all Toronto out shooting the Blues 8-3.
That man, Gary Valk, has given the Leafs a 1-0 lead. And on the IsoCam, you're going to see what he was looking at here on this goal. The shot from the point, you'll see Valk come in on the side with the rebound. First shot on the backhand was saved by Turek, but he's able to get the rebound and chip it up over top of Turek.
Berezin shot blocked, then a great save by Turek on the second effort. Well, the Leafs have been the dominant team. Here in the first period, they come in having won 3 of 4. Actually won 3 in a row before they lost here to Ottawa in their most recent game last Saturday, 4-2. And Ottawa with 2 points more than the Leafs. Back to touch the puck, Markov icing against the Blues. The second annual Blues holiday party to benefit Paraquad and the 14 Fund will be hosted by Joel Quenneville and the Blues alumni. It's coming up Monday, December 11th at 6 o'clock at 14th and Clark in Savage Center. There'll be cocktails, a light buffet, tours of the Blues locker room, and a great auction. Tickets limited, by the way, and can still be purchased by calling 314-622-2527. On the face-off, Sundin and Eastwood. Eastwood wins the draw. Here's the veteran Sean Hill. He's out on defense with Alexei Havanoff. Young and Turgeon Eastwood out there. Drake will replace Eastwood at the Blues. And when they get the puck out of their end, Hill stops Sundin. Steve Thomas. A pass comes around to the near boards. And Havanoff clears the zone. Racing back in his own end, Jonas Höglund. He leaves the puck for Tomas Kaberle. Chased by Young. He drops the puck off and is played ahead by Swoboda. Not out. Kept in by Pronger. Then the pass shot blocked, and here come the Leafs. Höglund in the middle to Sundin with Thomas on the right. Thomas gets the puck to Kaberle ahead. Broken up by Finley. Turgeon, nice pass for Young with Drake. 2-on-1. The 20-year-old Swoboda back to Drake. And Drake nowhere to go. Boy, what a play by the 20-year-old defenseman from the Czech Republic, Peter Swoboda. Turgeon knocks the puck down with a high stick. Thus, a whistle to stop play with 8:34 to go here in the first period, and the Blues down 1-0. Let's turn now to our Postnet.com fan poll. You log on to stlouisblues.com, and the question tonight, which skater has been the most impressive newcomer to the Blues? Drake, Hill, Lowe, Havanoff, Simpson, or Salvador? Most impressive newcomer to the Blues this season.
The Blues with a good scoring chance, and the Blues have got to get those shots on net, getting a 2-on-1, and you've got to shoot the puck, and they just didn't shoot it.
Now Gary Volk, the goal scorer, over to Ty Domi. Andropov is number 9. He blocks the pass, gets the puck from Domi on his backhand, centers, and Salvador's in Domi's way. On the left wing, Handzus up to Hesht. He's got Dimitra on the near wing, flips the puck towards the corner. Dimitra's there. Chases after the puck with Jaskevich. Blues trying to get a handle on it. Handzus does, loses it, and the Leafs lift it out to center ice. McInnes takes the pass from Salvador and gives Bryce Salvador the puck right back. Nice pass for Pavel Dimitra. Trying to move in on Brian McCabe. Shoots wide. Far side, Ty Domi dumps the puck down the ice. The teams are changing, and here's Al McInnes back. 1-0. Blues trail. McInnes shoots the puck in. The shots, by the way, are 9-3 Toronto. And that would give you also, in this case, some indication of how the play has gone. Perreault hit by Nash. Then Barteshko pokes the puck behind the net. Eastwood centers, and the Leafs intercept. Berezin leads the rush. Up to Igor Korolev, and the Russian shoots the puck in. Havanoff, another Russian back, trying to get it, and he pries it loose. Alexei Havanoff up the middle for Eastwood. Off his stick. Manson goes after Eastwood. The puck ends up behind the net. Manson fires it up the left wing side. Berezin runs into Hill. Hill keeps the puck in the slot. Barteshko battles for it, and here's Tyson Nash. Nash centers. Up comes Havanoff. Can't get a shot on goal. Eastwood pokes the puck ahead to Nash. He gets bumped, worked over a bit by Markov. And the Blues get the puck to Eastwood, but he's unable to get a shot. Then Joseph loses his stick and leaves the puck to Danny Markov. Blues change on the fly. This is Berezin shooting the puck in from the red line, and both clubs are changing. Bryce Salvador looks up ice. Comes off the boards to Turgeon. His pass for Young, and he'll give the puck up. Roberts leaves it at the defense. Here's Kaberle taking the pass from Swoboda, and it comes up to Tucker. Darcy Tucker, shot, and Turek gets just a piece of it. Puck kept in by Peter Swoboda. Around the near side to McInnes. Young tips the puck out. Swoboda loses it, and here's Dallas Drake flipping it ahead out of Young's reach. Gary Roberts leaves the puck at the defense. Then a pass ahead by Caberlet, and the Leafs get the puck in to the blue zone. Salvador whips it around far side for Turgeon. Great pass in the middle to Drake. Dallas Drake fires the puck in right on, and Joseph the save. As the teams change on the fly, Caberlet advances to the red line, wrists the puck in, and Turek will stop it behind the net. Pronger and Caberlet mixing it up away from the play, and breaking out Pavel Demitra to Handzus. Michael Handzus, a backhander caught and held by Curtis Joseph. 5:19 to go in the first period, and the Leafs lead it 1-0. There's Pat Quinn. He's not only the coach, but he's the GM here in Toronto, and they're in the midst of negotiations with Bobby Clark and the Flyers, trying to work a deal to get Eric Lindros here. Pronger, a shot right on, and a rebound, and Hoagland tips the puck up to the veteran Steve Thomas, who's had a somewhat slow start this season. He loses the puck. Hesht gives it right to Thomas, back to the defense, and a pass up on the left wing. Sundin cutting in, gets hooked a bit by Pronger, loses the puck. McCabe pinches in, fires the puck around the end boards. Here's Thomas with Sundin and Hoagland. Sundin to Hoagland. He'll turn to the corner and fall down. Thomas, the veteran, takes a backhander, and Turek the save. The Blues, time and time again here, getting beaten to the puck and just getting outplayed, which has happened only rarely this season. Here's Pronger, and he'll flip the puck in. Both teams ready to change. Joseph slaps the puck up the boards. Balk, the goal scorer, loses it to Hill, then gets run into and gets grabbed down by Nash. The Blues come back the other way. Havanoff in over the line to Tyson Nash. The shot, Joseph the save, and with Havanoff in his face, he holds on for a whistle to stop play with 4:15 to go in the first period. Coming up tonight at midnight Eastern, it's the 11 p.m. Regional Sports Report, 30 minutes of nightly sports news, completely dedicated to the home teams throughout the Midwest. Kurt Warner's in, SLU Cal highlights, CFL coaching update. That's all on the extended regional highlights on the Regional Sports Report Midwest edition tonight on Fox Sports Net.
Tyson Nash with the Blues' best chance, a good 3-on-2. Havanoff moving up with the play, dropping the pass back to Tyson Nash. A good wrist shot, good position though by Curtis Joseph.
Now the Leafs stopped at center ice. Boy, they really have a lot of jump. Havanoff a pass too far. Here's Manson. He'll flip the puck in. Back in the corner is Sean Hill. He puts on the brakes, gives the puck to Havanoff. He clears it ahead. Domi knocks it down. Back covering up is Eastwood. 3:45 left in what has been a tough first period for the Blues. Hill into the corner with Gary Volk. Now Bartesko back. He'll drive the puck off the glass and out to center ice, and here's Markov, the 24-year-old defenseman. The puck tipped in by the youngster Andropov. Back to the change. Both teams on the fly. A pass too far for Young. Here's Caberlet to Berezin. Sergei Berezin bumped by Hill, and Turgeon gives the puck to Salvador. Now on the right wing to Scott Young. He can't get around Caberlet. Berezin hands the puck off to McInnes. The Blues veteran defenseman. Quick shot! And a great glove save by Curtis Joseph, as McInnes and the Blues, Bernie, almost capitalize on that giveaway.
It almost seems that the Blues need to get their defenseman involved. Havanoff came up on the last play. Here a good chance. Al McInnes with a quick wrist shot. Curtis Joseph again. You look at the position. Not great position there by any means, Kenny. He's back. In fact, he's not even square to the shot, but he's got such a quick glove hand there. He just brings it back and then loses his balance, but keeps the puck out of the net.
Acrobatic and colorful, to be sure.
That is the best way to describe Curtis Joseph, but he's such a competitor. He's always involved in the games, and that's what happens with a goaltender, is that he's thinking hockey almost seems 24 hours a day, and when he's like that and he's quick as a cat, that's why he makes all those big saves.
The only goal at 8:38 Gary Valk, the veteran, scoring his third of the season. 3:04 to go in the first period. The Blues have been outshot 11-7 by the Leafs, who have played well here lately. Their last 9 home games, they have only 1 loss in regulation. Also in their last 9 at home, they have a loss in overtime. But generally, they played very well here at home. Into the corner. Corson getting the puck ahead. Swoboda stopped by Drake. Salvador's shot deflects to center ice. This is Al McInnes. Over to Salvador, who's very quiet, by the way, here at Air Canada Centre, which is not unusual. That's typical of Canadian arenas around the National Hockey League. Now Swoboda, again, he's just 20. Gets the puck ahead, then McInnes intercepts. Here's Young, a pass broken up nicely by Darcy Tucker. Both teams changing again. Al McInnes. And Tucker is dumped by Salvador into the net. Now over on the far side, Al McInnes having that collision with Shane Corson. And tempers flaring just a bit here. And the officials with their hands full, Bernie, for the moment. Yes, meanwhile, let's go to our Bud Light What's on Tap. The Blues home Saturday against Florida. Good seats available in most price ranges. Then home next Tuesday to Anaheim. Pairs available in most price ranges. Then a Saturday night with Chicago. Pairs available at $42. Big game on a Saturday night with Detroit. And then Anaheim a couple of nights before Christmas. Ticketmaster is one place to get your Blues tickets.
Al McInnes and Shane Corson going off right now, and this all started, I think the whistle was late here. Right there you'll see Darcy Tucker run into the net, knock it off. McInnes kept going, and I don't know if he shot the puck at Corson or what happened here. We're going to maybe get a better look at this angle, but it was after, right here, the whistle went, and that's what happened is Corson came in and hit McInnes after the whistle. McInnes took exception to it, kind of slapped back Corson, and then everybody got involved, and two players that have been around a long time, just maybe not giving a lot to each other there, maybe a couple of pushes. I think everybody else that got involved around them was doing more of the pushing and shoving than those two really were.
You don't see that kind of thing, even though it wasn't much, from Al McInnes very often. That's typical of Corson. I would say McInnes and Corson are not the best of buddies.
I would expect that that's exactly it, King.
Well, coming up in our first intermission, we'll visit with Mike Eastwood. Also a regional sports update, and Bernie and I will have first period highlights. We're 2 minutes, 19 seconds away from that first intermission.
We're going to have coincidental minors to McInnes and Corson. I believe it's both going to be for roughing, so we'll play 4 aside now for the next 2 minutes. But clearly the Blues have been outplayed. They've had the better scoring chance. Have gone to Toronto. In fact, Toronto has an extreme large number of good scoring chances, something that Joel Clinville, I'm sure is not very happy about it, because this is not the style of play the Blues play.
17:41, the penalties to McInnes and Corson. Here is Pronger. And the pass by Finley knocked away. Dimitra and Hesht are the forwards. Finley now to Pronger. He's got a little room. Goes back to Finley and back to Pronger. This is the way the Blues usually play, 4-on-4. They really try to control the puck, which works very well against teams that are not very good, which is most teams, because most teams aren't anywhere near as good as the Blues. It gets a little tougher to do when you play a very good team, and Toronto is certainly one of the better teams in the league, certainly as good as any team in the Eastern Conference. McCabe up to Thomas. Puck gloved down by Finley, and Brian McCabe slides the puck over far side, and he gets it right back from Yushkevich and gives Dmitry Yushkevich the puck again. Off the boards to Steve Thomas. And it almost looks like a chess match, Bernie.
That's what it is right now, 4-on-4. If you don't get good scoring chances, you got to turn back and go back, and you don't want to lose control of the puck in a 4-on-4 situation.
We're up here in the Foster Hewitt gondola high atop the Air Canada ice surface, and it's so quiet as Turgeon works in that you get the idea that you could yell down to a player. Hill, a shot deflects right on! What a save by Joseph! Here's Markov. 51 seconds to go in the period. The pass too far for Berezin. Then the Blues pass rejected, and here's Hill again. 25 seconds to go in the penalties, 43 seconds to go in the period. Markov for Toronto, hands the puck to Scott Young. Turgeon goes to the net. Young looking for someone open, goes to the point. Havanoff, really no room, and feeds behind the net to Turgeon. Young, and he can't get a shot. Very well covered by Markov. 23 seconds to go in the first period. The Blues trail 1-0. Berezin stopped, roughed up by Pronger. Scott Young, 16 seconds to go. Tests Joseph. Great leg save with that right pad. Now the penalized players back on. We're down to 10 seconds remaining. First period in Toronto. Markov advancing the puck to Corson. 5 seconds to go. Jeff Finley ends up with a puck. Down to 1 second, and that'll do it. That is the end of the first period here at Air Canada Centre in Toronto. Well, Bernie, there's the goal scorer, Gary Volk.
That line played very well. Volk again going to the front of the net, and that's exactly what you have to do, is go to the front of the net. Look at Joe Quenneville. This is an amazing stat. This is the only team in the NHL with all the players having a plus rating. That's absolutely fantastic. That shows that the Blues are winning the battles at even strength. That kind of explains why they're in first place in their division, and kind of you don't need the power play going that much when everybody is a plus player. So a good job by Joe Quenneville and his staff to, again, have a good defensive style of play.
All season long, when we have seen the Blues have a tough time in a period, they have rebounded with an excellent period following. So it'll be interesting to see if they can do that here tonight in Toronto. Barteshko gets the puck ahead, chopped in deep by Handzus. Dimitra, Barteshko, and Handzus. That's right, starting the second period. Handzus in front to Barteshko, and he's stopped by Joseph. Back the other way, Thomas with Hoagland and Yaskevich. His pass turned away by Finley. Into the corner, Handzus. Then Jeff Finley has a stick lifted. Hoagland centers, and the Blues, Pavel Dimitra intercepts with Barteshko. Trying to get around McCabe. Barteshko centers, and just unable to connect on the pass to Dimitra. Thomas to Hoagland. Now to Matt Sundin. Working on the boards, feeds to the slot, and Dimitra intercepts and clears the puck out. Both teams are changing. Here's Kaberle. He headmans the puck. It's deflected away. Young over far side to Turgeon. Kaberle blocks his shot. Turgeon again on with Young and Drake. He's got McInnes at the point. He's got Salvador at the near point. Turgeon trying to get around Kaberle. Using his strength along the boards to Young, and a pass for Drake broken up. Roberts leads the rush for Toronto. Flips the puck in. Into the corner. Corson. He centers, tipped away by Turek. Kaberle on his backhand. The young defenseman feeds behind the net. Tucker centers. Turgeon defensively a good job. He takes down Shane Corson at center ice straight, giving the puck to Young. He'll let a shot go wide off Kaberle. Darcy Tucker chips the puck out off Salvador, and Hill will go back deep in his own zone. The Blues trail it 1-0. Both teams changing. This is Bryce Salvador. A pass tipped away. Right in front of his net, Dave Manson. Manson off the boards, and you can see the liveliness at center ice. Hill shooting the puck right back in. 1-0 Toronto. 2:10 gone in the second. Here's Yannick Perreault. Perreault centers, tipped by 3 Blues, and Mike Eastwood with a puck. Can't go anywhere on the boards. Korolev flips it into the corner. Turek vacates the crease. The puck skips by Berezin. Berezin, Perreault, and Korolev, who spent a lot of time in the Blues end in the first period. Now the Blues with a Eastwood pass knocked away. Manson a pass ahead. That goes off a stick, and here's Sean Hill shooting the puck in, and the Blues quickly changing. Toronto, Dave Manson. Right wing to Igor Korolev. In the middle, Perreault, and the shot off the stick of McInnes and into the crowd. Let's turn now to our Dobbs Tire and Auto Centers trivia question. Who took the first penalty shot in Blues history?
I wonder if there's a clue in this picture at all.
There could be. There could be.
I know it's not Chris Pronger.
That's probably accurate.
I guess that's as far as we'll go, Kenny.
But I do think there's a clue there somewhere.
Oh, look at this. That must be, I wonder if they're just showing us that that's Jimmy Roberts or if they're answering the question, Tim.
I think they might be doing both. Here's Salvador giving the puck to McInnes. Lowe is on the right wing. Conroy in the middle. Nash on the left wing. Conroy flips the puck in. Joseph sweeps it up the boards. And the Leafs take possession. Ty Domi ahead to Gary Ball. His pass and Dropoff right on the save. Rebound. They score! And the Leafs take a 2-0 lead.
You know, things are going well for the Leafs when Ty Domi scores, and he has 5 goals, and that man right there, Matt Sundin, only has 4. But great work. This is a great play by Volk. Look at the pass and drop-off. Here you're going to see the pass here. It's just unreal. Volk in the line, what a pass there, and drop-off with the shot, and Domi just fights his way to the net. He was being hooked all the way back by Conroy, but what a pass there by Volk, and then on drop-off, and then what work here by Domi, able to get to that, fight by Conroy, and then score the goal. But good work here by Domi, who was relentless, even though he was bowling down. In fact, there was going to be a penalty call on Conroy, but Domi able to cash in his 5th of the season, so the Leafs now lead 2-0.
3:18, the time of Domi's goal. Volk and Andropov get the assists. So Nick Andropov, the young center for Toronto, has assisted on both goals. Volk now with an assist to go with his goal. And the Blues are really in the hole. Dimitra, Handzus, and Barteshko out there. Here's Handzus to Barteshko. A little poke there by Joseph. And now Dimitra in the corner to Handzus to Barteshko. On to Handzus. Over to Dimitra. Behind the net, Michael Handzus feeds in front. And the play broken up by Hoagland. Ahead for Thomas. Working in on Jeff Finley. Steve Thomas stops, pinned to the boards. Then Handzus gets hit by Hoagland and a loose puck for Barteshko. Ahead for Dimitra, offside. Just offside, and that stops play at 3:57 here, the second period, with the Blues trailing it 2-0. Who took the first penalty shot in Blues history? We're guessing Jimmy Roberts, and he did in April of 1968 against Minnesota, and he was unsuccessful against Cesar Maniago.
I'll have to write him about that. I mean, at least he could have done a scored on the first penalty shot, but we'll make sure we let him know on the way back tonight. But a great goal here. We'll take a look at this. We'll just stop it here for a moment. You're going to see this is a 3-on-2. You're going to see Andropov going down. This is a great move here as he's come inside. Watch this little pass here. And now no one picked up Domi coming in late right there. And that's Conroy's got to get his stick on more and grab a hold of Domi. Conroy wasn't able to do it, and that's why Domi got loose.
Whoa! Drake a shot from the left wing. Joseph gets a piece of it. Sean Hill on the boards. Tied up by Roberts. Drake will try to get the puck loose and does. Over here to Havanoff. His shot. Stick save Joseph. Gary Roberts chips the puck out. And Alexei Havanoff back in his own zone. Off the boards for Sean Hill. Up front, Young, Turgeon, Drake, and Caberlet takes over for Toronto. Now to Shane Corson. He'll fire the puck in. Far corner, Gary Roberts. Then Hill will take over. Into the corner for Drake. He goes after the puck, gets hit by Tucker. Now Corson a shot. Turek the save and has the puck under his leg. And that will bring a face-off deep in the Blues zone, with the Blues trailing it 2-0. Well, we hope you'll tune in tomorrow at 7 p.m. Central for Midwest Sports Tonight, presented by Verizon. Find out about all of the issues, stories, and headlines that affect Midwest local teams, as well as features on the entire local sports scene. Midwest Sports Tonight, presented by Verizon, tomorrow at 7 Central on Fox Sports Net.
Boy, Roman Turek has been good, even though he's let 2 in. Look at another one here. Great shot. His shot here through traffic by Shane Corson. Turek had to make the save, and lucky the rebound didn't come out because there was a couple of Leafs right there on the doorstep.
It'll be Eastwood and Perreault on the faceoff. Korolev and Berezin with Perreault back to the point. Markov He fans, then Bears in a shot. Good save by Turek. Here's Eastwood leaving the puck. Blues trying to work out. Salvador can't. Now Perreault centers. Tipped into the slot, and Al McInnes with the puck. His pass tipped away from Mayers, and he'll shoot the puck in. Manson playing the puck up the wing. Bearson tips it to the middle. Mayers slaps it into the corner. Manson sweeps the puck around near side. And there to play it is Eastwood. He gloves it down and battles on the boards with Markov. Korolev loses the puck. So does Hecht. And Toronto to center ice. Eastwood intercepts there. Back to McInnes. Al McInnes off the boards too far for Hecht. Loose puck for Korolev. Back to the defense to Manson. Up the right wing to Perreault. In the middle of Beresin. Now Sergei Beresin flips the puck behind the net. It eludes Turek. Korolev can't center. McInnes and Perreault fight for the puck. It's centered. And the Blues take over. Up to Jochen Hecht, the young German. Trying to work in. He gets hooked down. Goes heavily to the boards. In front. Just losing the puck at the last minute. Salvador, and it's center ice McCabe. As he's checked by Pronger, Dimitra takes over. Toronto's changing. Dimitra's pass for Barteshko, tipped away by McCabe. Neshkevich leaves the puck for Volk. He'll send it in the air, and it'll drop near the red line, and Pronger back in his own end. Pronger with a puck. Up for Barteshko, too far for Hanzus, and it's Brian McCabe to Gary Volk. Slowed up by Barteshko, and here's Pronger. His pass off Hanzus, and McCabe ahead to Gary Volk, cutting in. Domi in front with Andropov, and the puck knocked away from him. This is Dimitra with Hanzus into the Toronto zone. Hanzus snapshot, and a stick save by Joseph. The Blues are changing. Ty Domi. He'll tap the puck in. On the first Leafs goal, they've changed the scoring. It's Volk from Domi and McCabe. And then on the second goal, Domi from Volk and Andropov. Andropov loses his first assist. Young to Salvador. What a save by Joseph, and Young fails to bang the rebound home. And Gary Volk, feeling the pressure, clears the puck the length of the ice. Bryce Salvador to touch it, icing the call against Toronto. 12:36 left, second period. The Blues trail 2-0. Bernie, let's check those keys to the game.
Well, you know, the solid start, let's put an X through that one because the Blues did not have a solid start. The strong defense, they got to get better. The special teams, well, they're 1-for-1 penalty killing, so 2 of the 3 they've not done very well with, Kenny, so they got to get better on those because they've given up way too many scoring chances.
Turgeon's pass goes through Young and back for the puck. Pronger, he's on with Finley. Drake, Turgeon, Young up front. The shots tonight favoring the Leafs 16-12. They have goals from Volk and Domi. Blues get the puck in. Joseph with it. Kicks it into the corner. Here's Dallas Drake. Poke check. Hoagland can't get the puck out. Pronger one-hands it to Young, who sweeps it to Turgeon. Turgeon using his skate. Look at that move. Oh, centers for Young, tipped away at the last moment. Now Turgeon with Caberlet on his back, centers. Caberlet intercepts. Very nice play by young Tomas Caberlet. And on the right wing, Thomas firing the puck in, and Turek will leave it for Pronger. Both clubs are changing. It's the second period. Blues down 2-0. Barteshko to Turgeon, over in the wing, Dimitra, the shot stop. Turgeon can't get a shot. Breaking down by Sundin, and here's Dave Manson. Toronto on the attack. Manson over the checkered red line, blasts the puck in. Leafs are changing. Kavanaugh, a pass up for Sean Hill. He'll flip the puck in. Hanzus and Markov go after it. Markov leaves the puck. Barteshko has Manson sidestep him. Then Hanzus breaks up the pass, and Hill gets the puck from Havanoff, and his pass broken up. Then the Blues intercept. Here's Lubos Barteshko. He'll fake a shot, gives the puck to Hanzus. Poke check by Corson. Behind the net for Dimitra. Behind the net to Hanzus. Coming in front. Hanzus wheels, hits the side of the post. And a loose puck clear, not out. Hill keeps it in. Around behind the net. Manson without a stick. Crushes Hill. In the corner, Darcy Tucker. He'll flip the puck ahead. Two leads collide. Hill gives the puck to Dimitra. Now to Nash. In front, just out of the reach of Eastwood. His pass behind the net to Dimitra. Skips past him. This is Tyson Nash. Blues changing here. with extensive pressure in the Toronto end. There'll be a penalty. Here's a shot. That's knocked away. Roberts will get a penalty for taking down Nash. Now he sticks his fist into the face of Tyson Nash, who just goes to the ice. And Gary Roberts, by my way of looking at it, could potentially get a pair of minors. He'll get at least one. And the Blues, Bernie, are going to move on to the power play.
Well, the Blues starting to get some real good pressure in the Toronto zone. Good job by this line, and they've had a lot of chances inside. We look at the ISO cam here. They're cycling the puck down. This is the call there. You see Gary Roberts just grabbed the back of Tyson Nash jersey and throw him down. And then the whistle went here. You can see again to the face there with the left glove. It'll be interesting to see if he gets more than 2 minutes. And yes, the referee is going to give them the extra 2, so the Blues with an excellent opportunity. If the special teams work now, Kenny, the Blues could be right back in this game. In fact, they could score 2 goals on 2 separate power plays.
Yeah, this is the break they might need to turn this game around.
Now, one thing we know is Toronto does have the best penalty killing in the National Hockey League, so we'll see how the Blues power play is tested.
That's without doubt one of the tests here. Well, we have a moment. Tonight's FanFest legend of the game is Larry Patey. And to view Larry Patey's career stats and to play our online contest for autographed prizes, log on to foxsports.com/Midwest before noon tomorrow. And if you're going to go online right now, you can also vote for tonight's player of the game. And we'll show the voting results in the third period. Thanks for playing and good luck. A couple of roughing penalties at 9:46 to Gary Roberts. Let's help you with the Leafs penalty killing. They're successful 91% of the time, as Bernie points out, #1 in the league. And then the Blues power play 17. So let me tell you more about Toronto's penalty killing. As McInnes fires right on and Joseph makes the save. The Leafs at home have been shorthanded 56 times, and allowed only 3 goals. So they are nearly invincible when they're shorthanded at home.
I really believe that guy right there, Curtis Joseph, is a big reason, though, as he is so solid. We'll look at this shot by Al McInnes, and the Blues are getting lots of shots. At least that's what they want to get, is lots of shots on the power play. You see how far Curtis Joseph is out, and that's good news for Al McInnes, because I guarantee you, Kenny, the next time that Al McInnes winds up, he's going to look, and he's going to try to fire it off to the side, so we'll have to look for that to see if one of the Blues forwards can get over to the side, and then McInnes will shoot it wide and try to hit a stick.
Now from the face-off, McInnes able to keep the puck in. Now McInnes to Drake. A 4-minute power play, and the pass broken up by Hoagland. 2-on-1 with Sundin, who has the puck. Pronger back. Pronger goes right after Sundin, and that forces an offside play at the St. Louis blue line.
Sundin has really struggled this season. Only 4 goals, and he's only scored 3 in 3 games this season. He had 2 in the 1 game, and he does not have a goal in the last 13 games, and that was almost the way his year was going. He still leads this Leaf team with 17 points, but he's way below his production. There he should have made an easy pass to Hoagland, and still couldn't even make it there. 2-on-1 shorthanded, and he still doesn't make a good play.
The Blues this season against Toronto have played 95 minutes and 6 seconds. 50 shots on Curtis Joseph in 95 minutes, 6 seconds. 50 shots, and they haven't beaten him once.
I think I've seen that before with this game.
Wow. Toronto is shorthanded. Here's Brian McCabe. He'll fire the puck down the ice. Here's McInnes. He and Pronger on the points. Dimitra. Young, Turgeon up front. Here's Dimitra. He puts on the brakes, gives the puck to McInnes, who gives it back to Dimitra. He'll go to Turgeon, who can't center. Yushkevich defending against him. Now look at the room for Dimitra. His pass fails to get through, and Pronger moves up. Over to Turgeon. McCabe, Yushkevich, Korolev, and Balk defending for Toronto. They lead 2-0. McInnes a shot, hits a skate right in front of Joseph, and then he grabs the puck, and Pronger's going to get in it with Yushkevich. And Pronger says, I'll take anybody, and McCabe says, let's go, let's go. And they're not going to let Brian McCabe get to Chris Pronger. And Pronger is hot, and when he gets hot, it's tough to stop him. And I don't know, Bernie Federico, why in the world Brian McCabe or anyone would work that hard to fight Chris Pronger.
Ryan McCabe just doing what his job is out there. Make sure that if Yuskevich is going to get involved, he's the bigger of the two, he better get involved there. But I think that Pronger got a couple of good shots in there when the linesman got a hold of it, because he was able to reach through, and I think he popped McCabe a couple of times. But Pronger just trying to cause something in front of that by going to the front of the net. But a good chance. The Blues are getting some good chances. McInnes with the shot. We're going to see here with Pronger working in front of the net. You'll see him right there in the picture, the save. Now Pronger just trying to get to the front of the net. You see Yuskevich tying him up. And after it was all over, Curtis Joseph did get a hold of it here. We'll look at it from this angle. This is a better look at it. But you'll see Yuskevich right there in the front there, and Pronger doing their dancing. And Pronger, again, had the stick between Yuskevich's legs. That's when he took exception. Then he came in, and now you'll see McCabe try to come in and reach across here. But good work here by the Blues. Traffic in front. A good shot by Al McInnes, low. And the traffic in front of the net, that's what we want the Blues to do, is go to the front of the net. And a lot of shots coming in. You see McCabe right here. He's going to go in there. If we stay with this long enough, we might see a couple of good punches here by Pronger. He's going to reach across, I think, right here. There you can see his hand there, Kenny.
Looks like he's about to poke his eye out. Maybe it's lucky we stopped it there.
But Cujo has been outstanding, as you said. 50 shots, Kenny. Will look back to his time in St. Louis, and he was good in St. Louis, and he's even better here, but he was tested with a lot of shots with those early teams with the Blues, Kenny. He was always used to getting 50 shots a night there back in St. Louis. So he's had great numbers all his life. You see his record with the Blues there, way over 500. In fact, he had the Blues record for goaltenders for wins with 36 until Roman Turek broke it last year.
He's quite a goaltender and very entertaining on the ice, and I'm sure many will remember that great playoff series between the Blues and the Leafs. I think it was double overtime 2 or 3 times, and what a great series that was. And Curtis Joseph was standing on his head the entire series.
Boy, he was tested a lot. He had a lot of shots all the time, and they were blatant shots, and it seemed that there was 3 or 4 rebounds all the time. Now McInnes, a good scoring chance there, and that's what they need to do. Get it back to McInnes, let him take the shots.
So Pronger and McCabe go in the box. Still almost 3 minutes to go on this Blues power play, and now there's going to be a penalty here. There's going to be a holding penalty call. Dallas Drake will glide over to the penalty box. So now both teams will be shorthanded.
Well, this happened right off the faceoff. We're going to look at here right on the inside right there. You'll see Dallas Drake grab a hold of the stick of Tucker and pull him down, so it's a holding the stick penalty. So a tough break for the Blues as Drake goes in.
Well, you've got a situation where you've got a 4-minute power play. You're down 2-0. You got a chance to turn the game. Big key man on the power play ends up in the penalty box. Now you take a penalty that negates the power play. That's not wise hockey.
Now, it's a little frustration, but you know what? This is home for Chris Pronger, too. And you know what? The extra adrenaline, I'm sure, is flowing a little more here. And that's why Chris Pronger maybe is a little hotter than he would normally be.
So the puck goes out of play. 8:57 left in the second. Blues trail it 2-0.
Blues trail 2-0. Al McInnes with a good scoring chance. We're going to look at here on the split screen. Watch the shot. This is a shot, a low shot. That's very important by a defenseman. You're going to see what happens, what's fighting in front. Right in here, you're going to see the puck come loose, rolling around there. And that's when Yuskevich and Pronger are fighting over. And Curtis Joseph able to reach out and get a hold of it before the Blues can get to the rebound.
You've got to love those defensemen, Bernie, when they get in those offensive positions. They put their stick between the legs of the other defenseman. Stop at the last minute. Hanzus now 2-on-1. McInnes back. This is Berezin moving in with Perreault, and what a play by McInnes. 4-on-4 for another minute 30. Here's Hanzus, Hesh to the net. The pass over to McInnes off his stick, and Perreault takes over. Of course, offensively, when you're in front of the other team's net, you want your stick free. But the mindset of the defenseman in front of the net, even at the other end, oh, I'll put my stick between his legs.
And whack and chop and cross-check, do it all.
Here's Havanoff to Dimitra to Turgeon. Turgeon to the point to Hill, a shot, and that hits Dimitra. The Blues are changing. Dimitra into the slot, unable to get a shot. Turgeon, and Berezin leads the rush for Toronto. with Matt Sundin. Here's Sundin. He'll go behind the net. Centers. The puck goes off Turek's back. They score! Matt Sundin makes it 3-0 Toronto.
Sometimes when you're in a slump, it takes a lucky goal to get you going. Let's hope this doesn't get Matt Sundin going, but what happens here is a lucky goal. Is Sundin, a nice play by Berezin, though. Berezin coming across, he dropped it to Sundin, who goes around the net. Sundin was just trying to dump this back in front of the net, but you see it hits the stick of Sean Hill, pops up in the air, lands on the back of Roman Turek. There's nothing he can do because he was in good position. This is exactly where Roman Turek is supposed to be as he comes across, but the puck hits Hill's stick, pops in the air, lands on his back and rolls in. This is bad luck, and good luck if you're a Toronto Maple Leaf fan, and really good luck if you're a Sundin fan, because that was a real lucky goal by the Leafs.
Here's Young. The shot wide. Leafs up 3-0. Eastwood battling on the boards. The puck comes out in front and taking over Cadillac. He'll advance the puck to Sundin. Over to Jonas Hoagland. Hoagland for Toronto. Has the puck knocked away, and the Blues own it in their own end. The Blues will have a power play in 15 seconds. Eastwood leaves the puck, but it's in center ice, brought in offside by Hill. So 12 seconds to go in the Drake penalty. Still 1:07 to go in that double minor to Gary Roberts.
Yeah, big goal for Sundin there. Blues got to find a way back, Kenny, though.
Amateur hockey group night is this Saturday. Florida will be at Savvis Center. Groups of 10 or more from any local hockey program can purchase mezzanine tickets for $10 each or plaza tickets for only $30 each. And all groups will be entered into a drawing for a team practice at Savvis Center, a practice with the Blues alums and more. And again, the offer is open to all hockey teams, youth, roller, women's, high school, house league teams. Tickets are limited. Call 314-622-5454 to register your team's group first thing tomorrow. That's 314-622-5454. Still plenty of time to be part of amateur hockey group night this Saturday at Savvis Center. Cabernet in front. The tip attempt is just missed. And here's Turgeon. Ball was right there. Now the Blues are at full strength. 45 seconds on their power play. They desperately need a goal. McInnes blasts the puck in. Leshkevich hit by Drake. Here's Korolev. Blues steal. Turgeon. Here Turgeon in front. Tipped away off ball to center ice. Under 7 minutes left in the second period. Sundin getting his fifth from Berezin at 12:04. Here's Al McInnes. Over to Alexei Hamanov. His pass off the stick of Drake. Cabernet shoots the puck the length of the ice. Again, that note, when Max Sundin gets a point as he has tonight, the Leafs are undefeated. 11 wins and a tie. Intercepting Darcy Tucker and alone on a breakaway. Fake shoots. Great save by Roman Turek to rob Darcy Tucker. Now both teams are at full strength. McInnes off the boards to Jamal Mayers. On the fly, Eastwood over to Hesh. He'll shoot. Wanted to shoot earlier, couldn't settle the puck down. Blues keep the puck in. Here's Eastwood, bumped by Manson. Roberts, an outlet pass to Darcy Tucker. Tucker drops the puck for Roberts, who leaves it for Manson. A shot, he scores! Dave Manson from the point, and that makes it 4-0 Toronto.
Kenny, this is the loosest defensive game I've seen the Blues play all season. Roman Turek is back there by himself. A breakaway by Tucker, shorthanded. Now a shot. He did not even see this because the Corson was standing right in front. We'll see here. This was even a misplay, but no one's picking up. Everybody's chasing their men back there. And this shot right from the blue line, that could have been even an interference call on the Shane Corson, but this is just a shot towards the net. You'll see Shane Corson did have one skate in the crease there, but they didn't call, and there was no interference on the goaltender there, but Dave Manson even scores, Kenny. That kind of says it all the way the night has been. Domi has a goal, and now Manson has his first of the season.
Now a fight breaks out. Reed low and Ty Domi. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, right in front of the penalty boxes. Lowe trying to survive, and he has. He survives the first 15 seconds, and they both pound away. Reed Lowe tied Domi. Boy, Domi is not big, but he's strong. He's experienced. Lowe is the rookie. He's bigger. He's tougher. And now for the first time tonight, the crowd really gets into it, chanting Domi, Domi, and the linesman let him go. Tied Domi and Reed Lowe. And at this point, they're getting tired. Lowe gets his right hand loose, pounding away. Now Domi's helmet is off. Domi with the left hand. And they've got to be exhausted. Lowe still going. And the linesman letting him go. The linesman about ready to jump in. Domi letting go a couple of lefts, but neither has much fuel remaining. And the linesmen separate Reed Lowe and Ty Domi, who verbally make plans for their next bout. 3 early goals, another goal moments ago, and the Leafs lead it 4-0.
Toronto leading the Blues 4-0. It's been one of those nights for the Blues. This is the last goal, but you'll just see here, everybody is chasing their man. No one's paying attention to the puck. Look at everybody goes past the puck. 3 Blues in front of the net. Corson by himself. He doesn't even touch it and the puck goes in. But the Blues seem to be chasing. They're not watching where the puck is. They're not picking up their man, and that's what's happening, and that's why it's 4-0 for the Leafs.
And that's a Joel Quenneville look when he's not happy. Manson's first of the season from Roberts and Tucker at 14-15. Manson's last goal was early February last season, and Joseph pounces on the puck to stop play. So Volk, Domi, Sundin, and Manson have scored, and that man, Curtis Joseph, is trying to put together back-to-back shutouts this season against the Blues.
Well, we talk about one of those nights in the Blues here. We even right here, watch this. Al MacInnis, this is not what happens usually. But Al MacInnis here with a giveaway right there to Tucker. And Tucker walks in, Roman Turk with a big save, but it's been one of those nights, the Blues not making the wise passes.
Oh, good save with a stick by Joseph on Havanoff. The puck centered, and Havanoff will have it come to center ice. He shoots it in offside, and that stops the action with 5:26 remaining in the second period. The shots 19-16 favoring Toronto, and a big happy birthday to Bill McIntosh, and also a happy birthday tonight to Gary Johnston. Happy birthday to both of you.
Both old guys too, Kenny, I might add. Both in their 50s, much older than I am.
That's pretty old.
It is.
Very old in your 50s.
Much older than I am anyway.
And much older than I am, Bernie. Thank you. I'm not going to let you get away with that. No chance in the world. Here's Sundin taking over for Toronto. Thomas tips the puck. Caberlet has it. Finley's back on his left. He's got Thomas. Breaks with him to Sundin. He rings it off the post. Young fans. Hoagland passes behind the net. Here's Matt Sundin for Toronto. It's been all Leafs tonight. Sundin out to the point. Caberlet back to Sundin. Looks like a Toronto power play, but it's not. Shot right on. Turek the save on Swoboda, and here's Jeff Finley. He says, let's just get it out.
Wow.
Now down to 4:43 to go in the second period. Toronto has just been much quicker on the puck all night. Caberlet to Thomas. Now to Matt Sundin in the corner. Pronger chasing after him. Blues intercept. Turgeon to Young. Now the teams are changing. Young behind the back to Drake. He'll fire a shot off Swoboda wide. Here's Turgeon getting away from Corson. He centers, tipped away, and the puck back to center ice, and Al MacInnis with it. The pass too far for Salvador. Corson advancing the puck to Tucker in front, and Turek makes a great save. What a save by Turek on the chance there by Gary Roberts. Christmas Day on the show Legacy of Excellence. I don't think this is going to be one of them. No, I don't think this will be one of the shows.
Think so.
This game may not make it.
You can just see Roman Turek getting very upset back there because they're not even, it's not even shots. They're just scoring chances every time.
Now the Leafs. Markov gains the puck in his own end. Cranks it off the glass. Salvador gloves it down to his teammate Hesh. Thus the stoppage in play with 3:41 to go in the second period, and the Blues trailing it 4-0.
Roman Turek has been scored on 4 times, but he got lucky on the last time. The big shot. We're going to go to the sounds of the game here and just listen to this one here. This is the shot by Matt Sundin. You heard it there. That was the pipe, the left post there. Sundin had clearly beat Roman Turek, and it went off the post and back into the corner.
Blues are scoreless against the Leafs now in almost 5 periods and an overtime this season. Earlier this month, the scoreless final at Savas Center. Here's Igor Korolev off the stick of Berezin, and Turek comes out, gets the puck ahead, and Mayers tries to get it out, does, shot back in, offside.
Okay, the Leafs got beat by Ottawa right here 6-2, and they had probably their worst game of the season, the last game they played. So I think this is kind of retribution for them. They knew that they better be ready tonight. The Leafs were not happy. The players were not happy. That man, Pat Quinn, was not happy with the effort the other night at all. So the Leafs have been very impressive. If they rebound like this all the time, that's very impressive.
Yeah, they have been very quick. They've lost 7 times this season. The Blues have lost 4. The Blues coming in with 33 points. The Leafs with 28. And both clubs second in their conference. The Blues second to Colorado. The Leafs second to Ottawa. Habanoff with a puck. Teamed with Hill, Dimitra, Conroy, and Nash now on a line as Joel Quenneville shakes things up. Remember, he started this period with the Slovakian line back together. Conroy can't get the pass. The puck cleared out by Korolev, and back to retrieve it is Sean Hill. Up the middle to Conroy, well covered by McCabe. Dimitra has the puck stolen. Nash knocks it away from Perreault, and Nash with a puck, and a pass comes over to the boards. Here's Habanoff trying to center, gets the puck to Dimitra. His backhand pass to Nash, backhand to the save. Conroy stopped. Conroy with a puck again. Can't center. What a play defensively by McCabe. Yushkevich without a stick. Can't clear. Pronger keeps it in. Here's Tyson Nash. He gets taken down. Blues, Conroy feeds Dimitra to the net to Finley, but a bouncing puck. Now Dimitra again. Great pressure. Back to Pronger. Shot. Oh, deflected wide by Conroy, and he's knocked down by Yushkevich. And there'll be a penalty here against defenseman Dmitry Yushkevich as the Leafs touch the puck. The whistle blows and 2:07 to go in the second, and a cross-checking penalty against Yushkevich.
Well, that man, Curtis Joseph, Kenny, has been unbelievable. He's been unbelievable in this game. I don't know how the Blues didn't score on that little scrimmage there in front of the net, but they were all over with him, and Yushkevich forced to take the cross-checking penalty, but Joseph must have made 2 or 3. We'll look at it here as we're going to see the shots here. Tyson Nash just reaching across there. What a save on Conroy by Joseph. Then one of the Leafs lost their stick, and that's why the play was made. But Tyson Nash ends up all himself right there in front of the net there, tries to score on the backhand, and so does Conroy, but they didn't get the puck up neither time, and that's why they didn't score. But boy, has Joseph been good.
17:53, the time of the Yushkevich cross-checking penalty. The Blues 0 for 2 with 1 shot on the power play, and the shots are 21-18 Toronto. Turgeon stopped, and McInnes will go back for the puck. McInnes and Pronger, Turgeon, Drake, and Young on the power play. The Blues had that 4-minute power play earlier in the period. They really had a chance to get back in it. And Pronger got in a skirmish. Then Drake got a penalty. And things turned the other way as that puck is deflected into the crowd. The Blues Yearbook Night is coming up. It's sponsored by Page Sports Entertainment. It'll be next Tuesday with Anaheim in. That's December 5th. And the first 10,000 of you with a paid admission receive a free color Blues photo yearbook courtesy of Page Sports Entertainment. By the way, good seats still remain in most price ranges for that game Tuesday with Anaheim. And they're available at all Ticketmaster outlets. Yearbook Night coming up next Tuesday, December 5th.
Kenny, you talk about those 2 goals, and of course the lucky goal by Sundin bounces up, hits Turek, and goes in, and then lack of defense at all when the 4th goal went in, as everybody was chasing their men instead of watching where the puck was. So I guess we can only look and hope that we can have another LA from earlier this year when the Blues trailed 4-0 going into the third period and ended up tying that 4-4, Kenny. So I don't know.
Can that happen twice in one season?
I don't know. Not the way the Leafs are playing right now, but anything's possible. It'd be nice to score on this power play.
Here's Jochen Hesht. Pass for Demitra tipped away. Sundin clears the puck out. 1:12 left. Second period. 4-0 Toronto. Hesht to Demitra. Bartesh goes in front of the net. Demitra will head towards the net. Gives the puck to Hesht. Back to Demitra. Sundin is not allowing a pass to McInnes. And that shot off the glove of Joseph. And under a minute to go here in the second period. Al McInnes back for the puck. The Blues with the man advantage. Good forechecking by Hoagland. Now McInnes to the red line. Hits Demitra as he shoots the puck in. Here's Curtis Joseph. Around far side off Hesht. And it's Caberlet. And then the puck shot down the ice by Hoagland. Half a minute to go in the second period that has seen Toronto score 3 goals. Domi, Sundin, and Manson. Blues shoot the puck in. Here's Manson cracking it off the boards and down the ice, and 17 seconds on the clock. It has been a tough night for the Blues here at Air Canada Center. Hill shoots the puck the length of the ice, wide of the mark. 6 seconds to go. And as Markov touches the puck, icing against the Blues with 4.2 seconds to go in the period. In our second intermission, we'll visit with Gary Roberts, the veteran winger for Toronto. A regional sports update. Bernie and I will be along with second period highlights. Yeah, probably lowlights, as we'll be showing you undoubtedly 3 Toronto goals.
Yeah, it's not been a good night for the Blues. It's one of those nights where everything has gone wrong. And you have to give the Leafs credit, though. They've really played well. We talked about the start of the game was very important for the Blues to try to get the lead in here, and they weren't able to do it.
Remember, you can go online and vote for our Budweiser Player of the Game at foxsports.com. Third period would be a good time to vote for the Player of the Game. Battle for the puck, and that's going to be the end of the second period. The shots are 21-19 Toronto, and the Leafs have a commanding lead.
You see Joel Quenneville and Pat Quinn there. You can see the blood pressure a lot higher on the face of Joel Quenneville, as it should be. The Blues trail 4-0. Pat Quinn has to be happy with the way his troops have rebounded from that loss on Saturday night against the Ottawa Senators.
So here we go, the third period underway. Thomas has the puck skip away. Pronger accepts the pass from Jeff Finley. Turgeon, Drake, and Young can't get out of their end. Thomas's shot off a stick wide. And here's Pierre Turgeon. The puck slips away. Sundin. And the pass for Thomas too far. And Young will just bank the puck down the ice. It turns out to be one of the Blues' better plays tonight. Yaskevich touches it, and that's an icing call against the Blues.
Well, the ice has been really quick, too. You can just see the pace. We talk about the ice all the time in Canada. It just seems that the puck is really just sails and just flies. And this is a beautiful building, and it's not only a beautiful building, but as I said, Canadian ice seems to be always so good.
They've got a terrific Hall of Fame here. Of course, about 3 blocks from here is the Hockey Hall of Fame, but this is the Leafs Hall of Fame. They took an old post office building, gutted it, kept the facade, and built an arena. And it is a dandy. It's a lot like Molson Center, brand new, but it's built such that when you're going around it, you feel like it's been here for 20 years. It just seems like it's old with a lot of character, a lot of great pictures, tremendous sight lines. Caberlet for Toronto gets the puck over to Darcy Tucker. Tucker centers and Demitra intercepts. His pass comes to Hesht and the puck off his skate. Now the puck shot in to the Blue zone by Swoboda. The Blues quickly come to center ice. The pass off Hesht into the Toronto end. Perreault is back. He's a very small player. Hesht intercepts. The puck will come over to Berezin. He'll clear the puck out, and Hesht back checking intercepts quickly to Hanzus. He'll just tip the puck in, and the Blues are changing. 1:20 gone in the third. The Blues are down 4-0. Caberlet up to Korolev. Over far side to Berezin. He'll slide the puck to the net. Easy save for Turek. Toronto changing. Eastwood out of his own end, and the pass from Hill goes right wing to Mayers. In the corner to Eastwood, hit by Markov. And Mayers is there with Eastwood. Markov goes down the centering pass off the stick of Barteshko. Sergei Berezin for Toronto. Barreling into the corner, hits the side of the net. And a centering effort out to the point for Manson. His wrist shot blocked in the slot by Hill, who backhands the puck to Mayers. Blues have a 3-on-2, and Mayers just shoots the puck in. Now the Blues are changing. Heading for the puck, Finley. And his pass knocked to center ice. And the Blues come over the line. Conroy, a shot. The test Joseph. And Gropa gets the puck, leaves it behind the net, and Markov takes over. A high pass comes to center ice. Finley over to Pronger. The Blues are down 4-0 early in the third period. Jeff Finley's pass intercepted, taking the shot, and Gropoff. And the pass deflects to Reed Lowe. Lowe for the Blues, the rookie. To Nash, quick shot, a weak one knocked away. Pronger centers. Blues end up with a puck. Nash, great chance, and a shot blocked by Yashkevich. What a dandy defensive play. Here's Ty Domi with Andropov, and they score! I don't believe that Nick Andropov touched the puck, but kind of a change-up slides by Roman Turek, and the Leafs lead it 5-0.
Kenny, I would say this is going to be a goal for Domi again because I believe it hit the Blues defenseman sliding there. Pronger was caught on the play, so I believe Finley deflected this one through the pads of Roman Turek, and that's going to be it for Turek, as it's been a long night for him. A lot of shots, a lot of good scoring opportunities by the Leafs, so it's going to be Johnson in. But here, Domi coming down. You'll see Finley's going to slide, as this is what the defense want to do for the Blues. This is what they're told to do on a 2-on-1. You slide, and this one did not get to Andropov there. As you see, Turek was reaching for it. It deflected off Finley and somehow found its way underneath Roman Turek. We see it from this angle. You'll see deflected there. Andropov just missed it. Roman Turek tried to react to it. It ended up just going between his pads into the back of the net.
Well, the Blues in their first 22 games allow only 39 goals and give up 5 here. And here's Gary Roberts shooting the puck in. On with Tucker and Corson. Hanzus, a pass for Dimitra. Roberts intercepts. So does Dimitra. Gets the puck quickly from Hanzus. Pass down the left wing. Dimitra back to McInnes. He can't make a play, and here comes Toronto. This is Roberts. Former Flame and Hurricane. Dumps the puck in. Corson there quickly. Centers. Salvador goes down. Johnson casually plays the puck. Dimitra avoids a check. And at center ice, Hanzus stopped. Here's Darcy Tucker ahead for Corson out of his reach. And this is Bryce Salvador. Ty Domi gets his second of the night. And the Leafs fifth. There's Al McInnes as the teams are changing on the clock. Far side, Steve Thomas will take over and blast the puck in. Now the puck tipped out by Eastwood. Hoagland over for Sundin. Barteshko stays with him. And here's Salvador. Brent Johnson again is taken over for Roman Turek. Eastwood now to Mayers. Puck gets away. He and Cabrera after it. Cabrera. Jamal Mayers there. Now Eastwood out to hand it off. A shot right on and a glove save by Curtis Joseph. And he'll hold on to stop play.
Curtis Joseph, an easy save there. He's not been tested a lot. We look at Brent Johnson's record. Goals against average, best in the league, 1.51. But the Blues defense has not been good tonight, Kenny, by any means. It seems that the Leafs are just coming in waves here. Another chance here. The Blues just seem to be back checking. They're just chasing in, and no one's covering the points at all. You see right there in the middle, you got 3 wingers coming back. Everybody's getting dumped to the front of the net, and it seems like back from the points there, no one's covering the points, and the Leafs are getting a ton of shots by the point men.
The goal, Ty Domi, is 6th. 5-0. First time the Blues have allowed 5 goals this season. 2:54 at the time of the Domi goal. Andropov and Yashkevich assisting. And Curtis Joseph, of course, working on another shutout. He shut out the Blues once this season at 0-0 tie. At Savas center. Mayers has the puck knocked away. Korolev to Perreault. Partial break. He's in. And the shot knocked away by Johnson. Now the puck centered again. Tipped away. And here come the Blues to center ice. It's Eastwood with Barteshko to the net. Goes Havanoff. The shot gloved by Joseph. And the Leafs goaltender will hold on to stop play. And the Leafs getting opportunity after opportunity.
No lie there, Kenny. And this one, another one, this time a breakaway by Perreault. It seems that right from the opening faceoff, we locked Hoagland in the first period, had a breakaway. But right here, the Blues stripped of the puck. You'll see Perreault going up the middle of the pass, and he's home free. A good save right there by Brent Johnson. Just get that left shoulder on it. But man, oh man, has there been scoring chances. No, good scoring chances. Something that is we're not used to seeing Kenny at all. Maybe one a game of good scoring chance.
And Pronger scores off the faceoff. Chris Pronger, and the Blues get their first goal. That's number 4 on the season for Pronger.
Blues finally get something going right. As again, right off the faceoff, the Blues are the faceoff. This was a knuckleball. Curtis Joseph didn't really pick it up there because McCabe was kind of screening him. You see where Joseph is right back inside the net. He couldn't react fast enough as the puck came back to Pronger. He just blasted it, and finally something good has gone right for the Blues.
Now the Blues have over 15 minutes left to play. Now Nash gets hooked, and the Blues will move on the power play. You don't think, do you? No. Could you come back from a 5-0 deficit in the third period?
I don't know. I don't like the looks of it, Kenny, but you just never know. With this hockey club, we've seen them bounce back so many times in the last couple of years. Chris Pronger, we're going to look at this goal again. You can see the puck bouncing a little bit there as it comes back. And there, I believe, because it was kind of a knuckleball, McCabe even moved his stick up there. I think that was what caused Curtis Joseph to react a little bit different. He couldn't pick it up the puck as quickly as the stick was in front of his face, and I think that's why it ended up going in.
Real turning point in this game was at 9:46 in the second period when Gary Roberts took that double minor for roughing. The Blues were down 2-0. Looked like they'd get a chance for a goal or two. Skirmish with Pronger. He ends up in the box. A penalty to Drake, and that really turned the tide.
It did, Kenny, and then there was a lucky goal. And that's the same shit. 4-on-4 is when Sundin just bounced that one. Somehow went up in the end and landed on the back of Roman Turek and went in.
So the Leafs pick up a penalty. The shot by Pronger, and that's deflected away. McInnes at the near point with a bouncing puck. The penalty, and Andropov, a hooking call. Now Dimitrov feeds behind that to Hesh. Juskevich in his way. McCabe feeds the puck ahead to Tucker. He can't go anywhere. And then Corson flings the puck the length of the ice, and 4 fresh penalty killers out for Pat Quinn's Maple Leafs. 5-1, Blues trail. 14:15 to go in the third. The shots, believe it or not, are even. Here's Hesh. He's in. He shoots. Joseph makes the save. Well, the Blues get a goal here, and it really gets not really interesting, but it keeps your interest a little bit. Now Toronto's shorthanded. Hoagland works in. Plays the puck back to center ice to Manson. Now the Blues, actually, as the Leafs are offside, are out shooting Toronto 25-24, but his shots do not always tell the story. Let's tell you about the Blues Toy Drive to benefit Toys for Tots. This Saturday, Florida will be at Savvis Center. We hope you'll bring a toy or make a monetary donation to Toys for Tots as you enter Savvis Center, and everyone who chips in will have the opportunity to win an authentic autographed Chris Pronger jersey. For more information, there's a number to call, 314-622-2527. Very good cause this Saturday, Savvis Center. Blues have 53 seconds remaining in their man advantage. They're trailing at 5-1. Markov. Hill keeps the puck in, feeds in the corner. That's Drake slowed up. Drake, Young, and Barteshko on the power play to Hill. Oh, and he fans. He'll slow up Korolev. Brent Johnson comes out, gives the puck to Hill. He misses it. And Balk flips it in, and Havanoff will go back for it. Here's Alexei Havanoff. Havanoff, Ted Manning. Barteshko gets the puck to Drake. Dallas Drake. Back to the point to Hill. Now to Drake. Out in front of the net is Young. Here's Barteshko. Oh, to Havanoff! He scores! Alexei Havanoff! And now the Blues, after dropping behind 5-0, have come back with a pair of goals to trim the Leafs lead to 5-2.
Nice goal, backdoor by Havanoff, sneaking in from the left point. The Blues finally again, now Kenny, they're getting some momentum. I don't know if it's too little too late, but a nice play here. You'll see backdoor Bartechko just waits, and Havanoff coming in from the far side, able to just chip this underneath Curtis Joseph. But a great play by Bartechko as he slid that right across through the crease. And you see Havanoff there coming in right there. What a beautiful pass. Good play by Havanoff, and the Blues cut the lead to 3.
That is the second of the season for Havanoff. Remember, his first was an empty netter. Now the Leafs back at full strength. 13 minutes to go. The puck squirts past Meyers. Here's a long pass by Peter Swoboda. It's deflected. There's no icing. Brent Johnson fires the puck over Domi by Swoboda. Here's Eastwood, 2-on-1 with Meyers. Caberlet back in front for Meyers. And he deflects the puck over the net. Unfortunately for the Blues, the original pass was deflected. Now here's Meyers. Beating ahead for Bartechko. Swoboda bumps him. And the centering effort hits the side of the net. Caberlet for Toronto. Gets the puck in front to Swoboda. On the left wing to Berezin. Sergei Berezin for the Leafs. Heads into the corner. Can't center against Finley. Here's Bartechko just clearing the puck out. Yushkevich for Toronto as the Blues change. Over here to Brian McCabe. He'll just tap the puck into the corner. Low and Domi. They've already had a fight. McInnes trying to clear. McCabe without a stick kicks the puck ahead. The Blues break out. Poked away, offside, delayed call. Conroy moves in, but he's offside. Actually low offside. Conroy made that extra move. 11:50 to go in the third. The Blues trail it 5-2.
The man on your right, Ty Domi, has had a career night. He has 2 goals. He also fought Reed Lowe, the man on the left of your screen. And a little height and weight differential there. Ty Domi only 5'10", 200. Reed is 225 pounds, 6'3".
Now the Blues with some pressure. They're down 5-2. There'll be a penalty here against Corson. To the bench goes Johnson, Dimitra, and Yushkevich there. And as Yushkevich touches the puck, Shane Corson will take a holding penalty. So Pronger scores at 4:51. Havanoff a power play goal at 6:53 to get the Blues relatively back in the game.
Kenny, what is Shane Corson thinking here? Watch this. I mean, you grab a guy and then tackle him. That's football. That's not hockey. And then he looks at the referee like, that's not a penalty. How is that not a penalty? So the Blues now all of a sudden, Kenny, this is an excellent opportunity. If they cut it to 5-3, we're still going to have 10 minutes to go here, and they'll only be down by 2.
Enough to make even a pessimistic person optimistic.
Yes, absolutely.
Blues coach Joel Quenneville. There's Chris Pronger, who has a goal. Ty Domi, Bernie mentioning, with 2 goals and an assist. Domi's first ever 3-point game. Now back to the point. Here's McInnes over to Pronger. Back to McInnes. A shot. He scores! Oh, baby! 5-3 Toronto. And the Blues have their second power play goal of the period. And that'll quiet an already quiet crowd.
Now, how big is that 5th goal seem right now for Toronto, too? But this is just overpowering. The Blues win the face-off. That's what's important. And McInnes is going to get this pass back from Pronger and just blast this through traffic. I think that Curtis Joseph probably should have had that. He didn't square up to the shot here. He tried to catch that. You see he's right in the center of the net, and he's not even square to the shooter. That's why it went in. So we have an interesting game now.
Now we have a game. Now here come the Blues again. Here's Dimitra. A shot off the glove of Joseph. Sundin falls down. Blues keep the puck in. Jochen Hesch flips it wide of the net. Caberlet. The goal for McInnes, his 5th. So 2 more power play goals for the Blues. Hanzus looks for help. Overskates, gets the puck to Hesch. He'll send it deep. Still 10:50 to go. The Blues trailing at 5-3 after being down 5-0 just minutes ago. Hoagland clears the puck out. This is Jeff Finley on the wing to Hesht and back to Pronger as both teams are changing. Pronger sends the puck to Havanoff. He'll give it back to Pronger. The goal at 8:37. McInnes is fifth, third on the power play. Pronger and Hanzus assisting. So the Blues, in less than 4 minutes, get 3 goals. Now they're down to 10:15 to play. Leafs clear the puck out. Alexei Havanoff will go back. Toronto is changing. Havanoff and Hill, Drake, Turgeon, and Young. Now Havanoff leaves the puck for Hill. Here's Sean Hill, well-traveled defenseman. Flips the puck out. Drake gloves it down. Shoots it in. Joseph leaves it for Yashkevich. Drake steals the puck. Gives it to Turgeon. Wraparound attempt, batted away. And Darcy Tucker takes over. On with Corson and this man, Gary Roberts. His pass for Corson tipped away. Brent Johnson taking over from Roman Turek after the score got to 5-0. The centering pass fails to reach Roberts, who battles with Eastwood, who gives the puck to Hill. He's got Young up ahead of him and then just shoots the puck off the glass. Yashkevich back and centers to McCabe. He'll advance the puck, but it's tipped in by Tucker, and both clubs are changing. 9:12 to go in the third. McInnes for the Blues, who trail by 2. Long shot. Oh! And that Tess Joseph rebound, and the shot goes just wide by Eastwood, who's down on the ice behind the net. Manson trying to clear. McInnes keeps the puck in. Barteshko. A pass off the boards for Eastwood against Korolev. Eastwood centers and unable to get his stick down. Mayers now in front. Little backhander by Barteshko. Mayers a backhander wide. And Markov to Perreault at center ice to Berezin. Back now for Korolev. In front for Berezin. Out of his reach. Here's Yannick Perreault centering off the skate of McInnes. Toronto changing, so are the Blues. Knocked down on the play. Korolev, no call. The Blues, Salvador gets the puck ahead, and the Blues are absolutely flying. Conroy trying to cut in, can against Gavrilov. Then here's Tyson Nash. Nash with a puck. Centers tipped away. Low shot. And that's blocked. Blocked by Swoboda, and the Leafs clear the puck away. The Blues here now, Bernie, after dropping behind 5-0, look like the Leafs in a different uniform. Low over to Conroy. Now to Reed Low. Back for Conroy to Tyson Nash. Pronger in front. Out to the point. Jeff Finley a shot. And that's blocked by Caberlet. Balk backhands the puck down the ice. Pronger will race after it. Beats Hoagland to it. Both teams are changing. Boy, how things can change.
Wow, the game is totally opened up now. We're back and forth.
Which, when you need goals, is helpful.
Yes.
You don't want to get in a tight checking game if you're down by 2. Then McCabe takes a dive. No call. 7:20 remaining. In the corner. Hoagland takes over, whips the puck behind the net. Now the Leafs, the last couple of shifts, have had a little more jump. And that play is offside. The puck comes out, shot in offside. Blues trail it 5-3, 7:11 remaining in the third period.
After spotting Toronto a 5-0 lead, the Blues have scored the last 3 goals in the last about 8 minutes, and they're making this game interesting.
The Blues getting 2 on the power play. They got to 3 goals in a span of 3 minutes 46 seconds, and the Blues have 6 of the 7 scoring chances here in the third period. Ty Domi scored early in the period, and then the Blues have responded. Joseph leaves the puck for Yashkevich. He's on defense with McCabe. Tucker taken down. The puck deflects down the ice. No icing. Under 7 minutes to go. The shots favoring the Blues 28-24. If nothing, they're saving some face here. Well, when you've come this far, it'd be nice to get another goal and really make it interesting.
And one would just do that, too, because all of a sudden you get a chance to pull your goalie.
Drake runs into McCabe, and then the Leafs send the puck down the ice. Havanoff back to touch it, and an icing call against Toronto. Then Tucker having words with Havanoff with 6:28 to go in the third period.
Bench is going to be feeling a lot more excited than they were just about 10 minutes ago. But it's interesting. Toronto playing right into the way the Blues want to play. They want to keep this open right now. The Leafs should be trying to check real tight, not letting any scoring opportunities, but instead they're just playing wide open. It's like a shinny game that we've got going out here, and the Blues, that favors them when you're down by 5 goals.
Here's Al McInnes. He fans on the pass. The Leafs break out. Here's Steve Thomas with Jonas Höglund. Höglund can't work in. Loose puck in the corner. Dimitra doesn't see it initially. Then can't clear. Then intercepting is Hanzus ahead for Hesht. He'll take a bad angle shot wide. And at this point in the game, down by 2, any shot's a good shot. Here's Al McInnes. Blues home, of course, Saturday night against Florida. Home again next Tuesday against Anaheim. And then Saturday, December 9th against Chicago. So 3 in a row at home for the Blues after this game here in Toronto. Dimitra. Quick pass in front. Hanzus scores! I don't believe it! 5:40 to go, and the Blues have come back to within 1. How about this comeback?
Kenny, this is unbelievable, and you just don't know with this hockey club. That's how good they are, and it's like night and day. But what a play by Dimitra into the middle, and this one here to Hanzus, and again you see where Joseph is. He's right back underneath the crossbar, and there, look at the bench's reaction there. They probably can't believe it, but these guys really do believe in themselves, and there's no question here. A big goal there. Joseph again not in good position there, Kenny. And this is just a good goal-scoring goal here, just chipping towards the net. You never know what's going to happen. All of a sudden now, still 5:40 to go, and it's a 1-goal game.
Does changing goalies at 5-0 by Joel Quenneville really make him a genius?
I think he was giving Roman a rest because it's been a night and day. Roman, the scoring chances were all going one way, not the other. And now they've all of a sudden reversed with the goal by Pronger. Now things have changed the other direction.
So Hanzus gets the goal. Dimitra gets an assist. And so does Finley. Here's Young, the shot, headed wide, caught and held by Curtis Joseph. So early in the season, the Blues were down 4-0, earned a 4-4 tie in Toronto. Down 5-0 here in Toronto in the third. Now down by a goal with 5:16 to go in regulation. You'll personally have an autograph of a new game-authentic Blues jersey. All proceeds benefiting our little haven, the St. Louis Residential Treatment Home for neglected, abused, drug-exposed, or HIV-impacted children from birth to 5. There's a shot by Young, stopped by Curtis Joseph. The Blues getting 4 goals in 9 minutes and 29 seconds to come back from a 5-0 deficit. They're down by a goal, 5 minutes remaining, and the Leafs are offside at the St. Louis blue line. Hanzus from Dimitra and Finley, the 4th goal at 14:20.
We'll take a quick look at them all. Here, the first one, Chris Pronger, a knuckleball that curved in. Beautiful power play goal. Havanov sneaking in from the left point. A McInnes blast from the right point, also a power play goal. And then this beautiful goal, Dimitra to Hanzus. The Slovakians are back, and it's 5-4.
Hard to believe 2 of those 4 goals on the power play. And our congratulations to Laura and Derek Reese, Blues season ticket holders. They had a baby boy on Monday, Jacob Arthur, arriving home in time for tonight's game. And hopefully the Blues can come back for the newborn. Get a point or 2 here. Here's Havanov, a shot. That deflects wide. Here's Dimitra to Hesht, a shot. Looked like it might have hit the side of the post. Knocked down behind the net. Barteshko working in front. Hesht. Blues players all over the ice. At one point, they're all 3 forwards on the ice. Here's Dimitra with Jaskevich. Then Sundin gets the puck, and he'll clear it the length of the ice. Boy, you talk about being on your heels. The team in white is desperately back on their heels as icing is called against Toronto with 4:22 to go in the third.
The Leafs right now, Kenny, this is supposed to be a team that brought in some veteran leadership, and they're not showing it right now. They had a 5-0 lead, and now they're just throwing the puck away all over the ice.
The shots in this period favor the Blues 10-3, and the Leafs can't clear. Here's Pronger. Oh, and a pass back out of the reach of Scott Young. McInnes back. McInnes and Pronger. Turgeon, Young, and Drake. So it's like a power play unit here for the Blues. They're down 5-4. Exactly 4 minutes to go in regulation. The Blues get the puck over to Young. A bouncing puck to contend with. Takes a shot, tipped wide by Turgeon. Drake behind the net. Drake into the corner. Here's Pronger. Thinking nothing but offense. And the pass eludes Drake. Now the Leafs. Roberts clears the puck out. Here's Al McInnes. Blues trail at 5-4. Can they come back from a 5-0 deficit to force overtime? Tucker shoots the puck in.
But Kenny, with the Blues, have to be careful here is not to get caught. It's a one-shot game right now, and there's no reason to really take a lot of chances. We get an opportunity to move in, go ahead, but don't be having both your defensemen get caught pinching.
Bad pass. Berezin has his stick lifted by Barteshko, who has had a very good game. Eastwood has Nash to the net. The shot blocked. Hill, and that shot blocked. Here's Nash, backhander. That's blocked. So the Leafs doing the right things. Now a penalty against Toronto. Have it off a shot to Hill. Joseph, great save to Rob Hill. Leafs touch the puck, and there'll be a penalty called against Toronto. So with 2:56 to go, down by just a goal, 5-4, the Blues have the man advantage.
Unbelievable again. The Leafs with panic again. And here's going to be a slashing call. You'll see here the arm was already up, and the Blues with an opportunity right there. A good shot by Sean Hill coming in off that right wing. And see the bench, the reaction. He knows right away there's Joel Quenneville calling for Brent Johnson to come to the bench so they can get the extra attacker out there. But you can see the player with no stick. That's the reason he has no stick is because he broke it with the slash. So the Blues with 2:56 now have an opportunity to score another power play goal and tie this game. Wow, would this be something, Kenny? We saw a 4-goal deficit disappear in LA, and now all of a sudden it could be a 5.
Well, when you're a good team, a great team that's destined, anything can happen.
You see there on the corner of your screen, you could see the slash, the stick broke. So the Blues again, Korolev in the box, the Blues on the power play.
Korolev slashing, 17:04. The Blues 2 for 5 in the power play with 6 of their 32 shots with a man advantage. Since Domi scored at 2:54 of this period, it's been all Blues. The shot and the glove save by Joseph to rob Al McInnes. And the Blues just keep pouring it on.
You can just see the confidence that the Blues have. They're making all the right decisions now with the passes. Curtis Joseph, you can see he hurt his hand on that one. A hard shot by Al McInnes, but you look the movement here. And then Al McInnes sneaking way over right in the top of your screen right there. And he's able to get this one through traffic. And again, good traffic by the Blues in front of the net. So it's been night and day the last 12 minutes of this hockey game with the Blues now making the right decisions and the Leafs making all the wrong decisions.
Blues on the power play. And the puck shot the length of the ice by Dmitry Yushkevich.
Kenny, we can't forget that the Leafs are the #1 penalty killing unit in the National Hockey League. The Blues already with 2 goals tonight.
Yeah, that is a good point. The Leafs only one regulation loss at home in their last 10 games. They've had a lot of overtime games, and the Blues would like this to be another. Here's Al McInnes. Over to Pronger on the power play. Now to Hanzus with Dimitra and Hesh moving the puck. Skips over Hesh's stick. McInnes moves in, and the puck deflects off the glass and into the crowd. We're down to 2:07 to go in regulation play and 1:11 remaining in this Blues power play. Let's go take a look at things here. Al McInnes, another big night. His 5th goal, a power play goal. That got the Blues back to 5-3. Our Postnet.com fan poll, which skater has been the most impressive newcomer to the Blues this season? I don't think there's much question. Drake and Havanoff, not to take anything away from the others, but Drake and Havanoff have been outstanding.
Absolutely, and you can see Lowe at 21%. He's done a great job with his job. You know, he knows what he has to do, and he's not afraid to back off on it. He had a fight against Domi tonight, and he's played very well. But Dallas Drake, that man right there, has been a great acquisition by Larry Plow.
There you see the shots on goal. 14-3 Blues. In this period, Pronger goes down. Blues have the power play. 2 minutes to go. Can they force overtime? Trailing by a goal. They were down 5-0. In front. Oh, Drake can't take the pass. Here's McInnes. Far corner for Young. Up and he fans. So Hoagland gets the puck. Clears it down the ice. Korolev has 45 seconds remaining in his penalty. The Leafs send out some fresh penalty killers. The Blues not worried about being fresh. They want their best players out. Corson intercepts. Corson on his backhand, stopped by Pronger. Blues need to get the puck. And it comes loose. Here's McCabe, a shot. The save by Johnson, and Pronger swats the rebound wide, and McInnes takes over. 1:18 to go, folks. Now Johnson heads towards the bench, doesn't get there. The Blues are changing. They have too many men on the ice. It's not called. Boy, the crowd counted it. It was easy to see. Too many men on the ice, but no call. 5-4 Toronto. 1 minute to go. A penalty to Korolev just about over. McInnes to Dimitri rather than the red line. Shoots the puck in. Yaskevich hits Eastwood. Then around near side for Dimitri. Then Hesht to Dimitri. Can the Blues tie it? 44 seconds to go. Dimitri, a pass knocked away. Back for the puck. Eastwood. He'll backhand it into the corner. Here's Tyson Nash. He gets tripped. There'll be no penalties here, folks. Sundin in the corner. Hits Nash. Nash heads for the net. Leaves the puck. Eastwood a shot. That's blocked. Habeloff shoots and scores. Unbelievable. Oh, baby. The Blues with 24.4 seconds remaining tie this game at 5 in one of the most dramatic comebacks in Blues history, and maybe in NHL history. Incredible!
Kenny, this is absolutely unbelievable. What more can we say? We said it in LA. This puck should have gone out, but Havanov coming in with the extra attacker. Johnson already on the bench. You just see the crowd in front of the net. Havanov just roofed this. You saw it hit the back of the net there, and look at the reaction. You know what happened, but with how much? Let's see. 4 minutes and 51 seconds, the Blues scored the first goal to make it 5-1, and now it's 5-5, Kenny. That is absolutely unbelievable.
With 15:10 to go, the Blues were down 5-0. And now with 24 seconds to go, it's 5-5. And you know the rest of the story. Now the Leafs with the puck. Johnson back in the goal. Yaskevich shoots it in, and overtime is looming. The Leafs again have seen a lot of overtime lately. Blues clear the puck out. 13 seconds remaining. This is just a remarkable, unbelievable finish. 5 seconds to go. We're going to go to overtime. Well, this is one of the most amazing games I have ever seen. And we're going to overtime.
Kenny, I'm speechless. I mean, it's just unbelievable what can happen in a game. It takes 60 minutes, though.
Shots 34-25 in regulation. 5-5 the score. We're at Air Canada Centre in Toronto, and overtime is coming up next.
Yes, we're here in the pavilion at Manhattan Beach, and you're looking at Christy Ellison. She's up now in the 10th frame.
Needs 2 strikes to win the match. Just like that, she got a great break, a crossover, but she'd like to have this final strike.
And she was striking a bunch in practice.
Well, she has to be disappointed. Did not throw a good shot, and she ends up with a very difficult spare.
Can you imagine that?
We welcome you back. Joel Quenneville tells one story. Pat Quinn, Bernie tells the other.
It's so true, because about 15 minutes ago we saw the blood pressure the other way. It's now Pat Quinn with all the blood pressure. But here's the Blues goal. There's a curveball by Chris Pronger. Havanov's first of 2 on the power play. Then another power play goal. This time it's going to be Al McInnes from the right point with the blast. That made it 5-3. A beautiful passing play. Dimitra to Hanzus, 5-4. And then with only 25 seconds left, Havanov coming in, roofed it, and we're tied at 5. So an unbelievable, Kenny. I don't know if we want to call this the biggest comeback or the biggest collapse, but it's maybe a little bit of both.
Well, it is, and I would say go with one of the great comebacks that we've ever seen. Havanov, the last goal at 1935, his second of the night, his third of the season from Dimitra and Hesh to tie it. Now the Leafs, in 3 of their last 5 home games, have been in overtime. Their record 1-1-3. The Blues undefeated in 4 overtime games. So overtime is not unusual to Toronto. 4 games ago at home, they lost in overtime to Philadelphia. So here we are. Both teams have a point. So the Blues are at 34 points. No matter what happens in front, he scores! The Blues win it! It is an unbelievable finish by Jochen Hecht in a game that they were trailing 5-0 in with 15:10 to go. It has to be one of the greatest comebacks the Blues have ever had, and maybe one of the greatest comebacks ever in a National Hockey League game.
Kenny, you're going to have to go in the record books to find done better than this, because you can't be down by 5 goals with less than 15 minutes to go to come back, score 5, and then score in overtime and only 18 seconds into overtime. And you don't tell me how Jochen Hecht ended up all by himself in front of the net with no one checking him. Where's the defenseman that's supposed to be in front? Disappeared. Curtis Joseph one-on-one, and you see the goal there by Hecht is absolutely unbelievable. But Demetrius stealing the puck from the two youngsters behind the net there, Svoboda and Gabrielov behind the net. So unbelievable, Kenny.
Hecht gets his 5th goal of the season. It's our BMW play of the game, coming at 18 seconds of overtime after the Blues had tied it with 25 seconds to go in regulation. And Hecht is our Budweiser player of the game.
But you look at the bench again now. I mean, this is the tale of two games, Kenny, and I can't believe it. You see Joe Quenneville right there and Mike Kitchen. They can't believe it themselves. But this team finds a way to win, Kenny. There's no question that this team is a great hockey club, and when you have a will to win, no matter what the score is, I think they proved that tonight.
15:10 to go in the 3rd period. Joel Quenneville's team down 5-0. And in 15 minutes and 28 seconds, they score 6 goals to win it 6-5. Well, thanks for joining us tonight. For Dan McLaughlin on assignment, for Bernie Federko, I'm Ken Wilson. The final in overtime, the Blues win at 6-5. Tuesday night, Savvis Center, Blues Ducks. Coverage begins at 6:30. This telecast, an exclusive presentation of Fox Sports Net. Thanks to Tom Meade, Tim Pabst for the great job in the truck. Stay tuned. College basketball, Gonzaga and 5th-ranked Arizona next on Fox Sports Net.